Hey, I'm Brennan. I'm here live at the LMPS place, about to watch the Winnipeg Jets take on the Colorado Avalanche, and you're watching Post to Post.
Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. The fourth biggest trade that we need to discuss here involves Paul Stastny, the Blues, and the Winnipeg Jets. Yeah. So I'll read the trade to you first. So the Blues acquire Eric Foley, 2018 first-round conditional pick. Now the condition here is if Winnipeg misses the playoffs, then the Blues get the following year's first-round pick. So there's a lottery protection on this conditional pick.
Oh, okay.
It's basically impossible. Winnipeg's not going to miss the playoffs.
Nope.
So there's basically no condition on this. It's a first-round pick for next year.
Cool.
And a 2024.
For this year, I think. You said next year, but...
Oh, yeah, sorry, this year. Yeah,
the next draft.
2018 first-round pick.
Right.
2020 fourth-round pick.
Yeah, and that's kind of a,
Yeah.
That'll flip around.
Winnipeg acquires Paul Stastny, who is a UFA, I will add.
Mm-hmm.
And the Blues retain 50% of his salary.
Oh.
So the Winnipeg only has $3.5 million on the books for Stastny. So it's good that the Blues retain the salary. They were, I wouldn't say likely going to lose him, but there was a good chance that they were going to lose him. I will say one thing here. Winnipeg actually tried to sign Paul Stastny back in 2014 when he was a previous UFA.
Oh,
they made a huge push to get him to sign. He didn't end up signing. So they've been high on him ever since.
Wow.
And I think that's why they targeted him today. That was their main focus today. So, and that's the trade that kind of came out of nowhere. No one, like Paul Stastny, no one was talking about Paul Stastny. So
no,
interesting.
No.
I just want to make a note here. Of the 17 forwards on a roster spot for Winnipeg, with a contract, 17 forwards with a contract, 11 out of the 17 can play the center position. 11 of the 17 have experience playing center.
Really?
How deep up the middle is that team? Like, if, say their top two, well, we'll say 2 of the top 4 centermen get injured. You just slide some guys into the middle. They've got some experience. That's pretty important.
Yeah.
I cannot say that about my favorite team, the Montreal Canadiens,
No,
where
opposite.
Only one of the 4 people playing center are actually a centerman. But yeah, this is kind of another one of those trades that you can't necessarily predict, although I think the Blues win this trade based on the fact that they're going to lose Stastny anyway. They get a first, they get a fourth, which doesn't really mean anything. I don't really know a lot about Eric Foley. Maybe you have some information on him.
He's a prospect. He's a college-age player, and he's still playing. He's playing for Providence College right now, and so he's toiling away in the college ranks in the U.S. And he's only, I think he's 20 years old-ish. So you never know.
And the Blues, the last time I checked, they were in the last wild card spot. So they're right there. They're hanging on.
Yeah.
And they just gave away Paul Stastny. I don't know what this means for the team moving forward. Are they going to make the playoffs? Like, they're seriously right there. I wouldn't have predicted this. I'm worried. I'm worried. But I have hope because Jake Allen. I know Jake Allen hasn't played very good this year, but he's my favorite player. So
goalies can get streaky.
He did last year.
He can find his game, and he can be the best goalie in the league again.
I don't care if it's Carter Hutton or Jake Allen who gets hot. One of them has to get hot because I'd like to see St. Louis make the playoffs. So
yeah, and Carter Hutton's still playing decent.
He's still playing decent. Yeah, the team in front of him has collapsed.
Yeah,
immensely. Lots of giveaways, lots of neutral zone mistakes. But I wish them all the best. But I do think that the Blues win this trade. But Paul Stastny is going to be very important for the Winnipeg Jets in this coming playoffs. Mm-hmm. And it's not out of the realm of possibilities that these two teams will meet in the first round. Ooh. So we could potentially see a very interesting matchup here with Stastny versus his old team. So
interesting.
Yeah,
that'd be fun to watch.
If
I can stay up late enough.
I didn't really speak to. She was saying Brittany, who is a big St. Louis fan.
Right.
She is not very fond of Stastny and was very pleased to see him go.
Oh,
so
really?
She's what I would call a St. Louis Blues insider. So I will trust her opinion there. She goes to lots of games. And
there's probably no one who follows that team.
I don't
closer
know anyone who follows
that
St.
we
Louis.
have a connection with than Brittany. Yeah, she knows her stuff.
So, Brittany, I'll trust your opinion there. Hopefully, you're right. But yeah, that's all I have to say really about this trade.
Might have been something in the dressing room with him.
Really?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe.
It wasn't working out. If they're retaining salary, if they're going to pay money to help move him out the door, they really must be motivated to make a change and to get him on his way.
I guess if they knew they weren't going to sign anyone else in the trade deadline today, and they had they're still they're retaining the salary, but it's only 50%. They're still taking $3.5 million off of their books, so they're still ahead even though they retain the salary. And they were going to have to pay that anyway, or they're going to have to pay some of it anyway, or more of it, I guess, if they held on to him for the rest of the year, and he was going to walk at the end of the year anyway, potentially. So even though they retain 50% of the salary, it's still a smart decision.
Yeah.
So.
And his stats aren't horrible. He's played 63 games, I think, this season so far. 63? That doesn't make sense. No one's played 63 yet, have they?
I think so.
Oh, okay. And he's got 40 points, I think it is. So that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
You know that Tom Spanik has 41 points?
I know. I looked at that. I couldn't believe it. Because we're going to be talking about that
A little bit, yeah.
in the next show. I'm shocked. And playing on Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's even more impressive.
Now, Stastny plays center majority, if not all the time, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But stop it. It looks like they're going to play him on the left wing role in Winnipeg based on the line predictions from the team.
He shoots left.
They weren't official line combinations, but they were just a projection based on the reporters who followed the team. So maybe expect to see Stastny along the left-hand side there in Winnipeg. And as you mentioned, he shoots left, so should fit in a little bit.
Should be natural.
All right. Well, I think that's all I have to say for this trade. You?
I'm good.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
I'm going to stop it now.
You're going to stop it? Thanks, guys, for watching. Appreciate it. If you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one. Adios.